Today in the Quadratec Academy, I'm going to show you how to take the taillights out of your 2018 newer Jeep Wrangler JL. Hey, Rob here for Quadratec.com. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove the factory taillights from a 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL. Now these steps are virtually the same whether you have the standard incandescent style tail lamps on your Wrangler or if you have the upgraded LED package. Now the first thing you might notice about these taillights is that there's no exposed fastener on the taillight. And frankly, I think this is one of the easiest taillights to remove from a Wrangler that Jeep has ever put on one of their vehicles. Now you will need a few tools to do the job. If you've got the Jeep toolkit that was supplied with your Wrangler, you want to go ahead and grab the T40 Torx bit and socket wrench. Now if you don't have that handy, you can also simply use a 10mm socket and socket wrench to get the taillight off. Now you'll also need a panel tool or a flathead screwdriver will work if you do not have a panel tool. You just want to be careful that you don't scratch up any of the interior panels on your Jeep. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and pop off this panel right on the inside of our Wrangler here. Set that aside. Go ahead and grab our Torx bit and you'll notice there's a screw right down in here we can go ahead and remove. Now you may be wondering just why you might need to remove your taillights. Well, let's say you're installing a Mopar gas hatch cover. Well, you need to remove the taillight on the driver's side here to access the back of the bucket. Now, if you've got incandescent style tail lamps like our Wrangler does, and say you've got a burned out reverse or brake light bulb, you're gonna need to remove the tail lamp to replace that. Or my favorite, let's say you're installing a set of aftermarket taillights. Well, you're gonna have to go ahead and remove that taillight first. Now, once you get that screw loosened, you can go ahead and set this aside and simply pull out on the taillight. Now, you will have a connector in the back here with a red locking tab. Simply going to slide that down to unlock this. And there is a little kind of latch mechanism here that secures the harness to this taillight assembly. If you slide that off, it's a little easier to get your fingers on here. Depress the locking tab and then simply depress and pull the harness apart. Now, if you're going to be changing out one of the incandescent style bulbs, you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver and potentially a pair of pliers to help you get that job done. I'm going to go ahead and grab a screwdriver here. And there's 3 screws we need to remove from the back side of the taillight here. Now with those 3 screws aside, you can simply let that panel hang there. And now on the back of the taillight here, you can now access your reverse and brake and running light bulbs. And these are in there pretty good. If you have any trouble removing them, now a pair of pliers can come in handy to help you grab those sockets, twist them loose so that you can replace both of the bulbs inside of there. And once you get those replaced, simply reinstall the sockets. Now there is couple little arrows printed right on the back of the taillight here that show you which direction to lock those back into place. Now, if you're going to be reinstalling the factory taillight into your Wrangler, simply reverse the removal steps. If you're installing a set of aftermarket tail lamps into your Wrangler, you're going to want to follow the instructions supplied with your new lights. Now, if you guys have any comments or questions about how to remove the tail lamps from your 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL, you can leave those for us below or contact us directly at any of the options on the screen. And you want to make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're sure to catch all of our latest lessons right here in the Quadratec Academy. Until next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you guys out on the trail or right here in the classroom.